You said that you had some family over here, and that played a bit of a link in the reason why you came over. Can you talk to us a bit about your family over here?
Yeah, no. So I don't know if you guys know, but I'm Māori, and in the Māori culture, everyone's pretty much cousins. So I've got a lot of cousins over there that may not be related by blood, but I also do have a few blood relatives. I know my mum's first cousins live over there, and every time I've gone and played in Perth, they've come up. They've come up to the game, whether it be some of them live in Kalgoorlie, some of them live in I don't know somewhere in Perth, and then they'll come to the game. We'll catch up after the game, and so yeah, I've got quite a few family members over there.
So being Modi, yeah, the Websters obviously link into that as well. I know you said everyone's related, but you're not related. How important was it for you to play alongside those two guys?
Yeah, I mean, like those guys I used to look up to back in the day, especially like Corey playing for the Breakers when I was a kid. And just to have the opportunity to play on the same team as them is, it's just awesome, and I had to take it.
So from a career perspective, what was the selling point coming to Perth?
Um, I think just I had good talks with JR. He kind of talked to me about what he wants from me and where he sees me in this league, and how he can help me. And those are pretty much all the things I wanted to hear. And then obviously playing alongside like guys like Bryce Cotton, Corey Webster, it wasn't really too difficult to sell to me. Yeah.
So what did he offer you? What was he saying? Where does he see your career? What do you think coming to Perth will do for you personally?
I think it'll be a huge part of my development. He'll obviously there's a few work ons I need to work on, shooting, decision making. But he also said one of the biggest thing he wants to work with me on is my mental state and how I prepare for games mentally, and what I'm doing mentally to keep myself engaged during games, and not getting so easily distracted by surroundings, or just little things that normally would trigger me. He said the biggest thing he wants to work on with me is my mental.
How would you describe yourself as a player? We know how everyone else talks about you. What's your big focus point going into games?
Um, my biggest thing is just effort. Like, just give it 100%. Don't half-ass it. Just go in, energy, sacrifice. Like if you need to box out, someone else can get the rebound. Just doing all the little things that help my team win games.
Gonna throw to lock, Em?
What's that? Sorry.
Yep, I'll jump in. Hyrum, welcome to Perth, or welcome to the Perth Wildcats. You spoke about that effort. That's what you're renowned for, and that's probably something that the Wildcats missed a little bit last year. That real work went on the glass. They weren't great defensively, and they weren't great rebounding. Was that a sign for you to say, look, this could be an opportunity for me to have a real impact and play more minutes than normal?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when I spoke to all the coaches, they talked about that sort of stuff, and they said, we love that about you. We want you to bring that to this team. And so, like, it was pretty simple. Like, that's what I do, and that's what I want to continue to do. And it was pretty easy.
You're not tall, are you, for like a power forward? What would you be? 6'7"? Is that so?
Yeah.
So effort comes into it, doesn't it? And the keenness to get on the boards.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not the biggest. I'm not the most athletic. But one thing I can control is my effort, and that's what I tend to focus on during games, is just controlling what I can control. And obviously, sometimes I let my emotions get the better of me. But that's what JR's talked about helping me work on. But yeah, effort.
And last one from me. And I suppose also you're going to have possibly one of the better centres in the competition playing alongside, who is probably pretty similar to you in terms of effort. That's how Keanu plays, doesn't he?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it'll be exciting. Um, I know he's been teammates with a couple of my old teammates, and they've said nothing but good things about him. So I'm looking forward to going to work with him and not only working with him, but battling against him in practice.
And do you like setting a screen? Because you might have to set a fair few screens for a bloke called Bryce Cotton.
Yeah, my favorite sport is actually rugby league. So contact is probably a huge part of my game. Um, Look, I'm not going to take anyone's head off, but I do enjoy a bit of contact.
Thanks, mate. A few old Wildcats that would like to hear that as well.
How important is physicality in sport? Do you reckon? Like you can set the tone for a game by being physical, can't you?
Oh, for sure. And I think it's also a bit of an intimidation factor as well. Like a lot of people, when they get hit, they're like, "Oh, I don't want to go back there again." So, I mean, you don't want to injure anyone, but you want to make sure that your presence is felt.
And do you think that endears you to your teammates who would absolutely love having someone like that helping them in a game?
I mean, I hope so. Like I said, I'm just out there to try and help my team win whatever way possible, whatever they need me to do. I'll try my best to do it.